Hi, Keith Kravitz here from Grand Canyon Helicopter Tour Reviews.com. Here to quickly talk about weight limit fees that Grand Canyon helicopter tour operators charge passengers who exceed a max weight limit. This is a big question I get from travelers, primarily because they get hit with these fees so far down the buying process that it's a complete shock. It doesn't have to be, and that's why we're going to dispel that notion. But in most cases, you're going to find the weight limits kind of buried into the company's FAQ or buried into their fine print, or you get hit with it as a bottom line number at checkout. I don't like surprises, and I'm sure you don't either. So let's get right to the heart of the matter. The key thing to know is the weight limit range. So what I've done is I went out and I surveyed 5 of the top Grand Canyon helicopter tour companies. And I discovered that the weight limit ranges between 275 and 300 pounds. Now, what are those actual charges if you exceed 275 or 300, etc.? What I've done is I've brought up 2 of the most popular Grand Canyon helicopter tour operators and looked at their charges. And Papillon, which is the value leader, has a max weight limit of 275 pounds. Exceed that, you pay $50. Maverick Helicopters, which is the 5-star helicopter tour operator in Las Vegas, which also flies out of South Rim, has a max limit of 300 pounds. Exceed that, buy extra seat. What that means is you actually have to buy 2 tours if you exceed their weight limit. So why is this weight thing such a big deal to these guys? Well, the fact of the matter is that helicopters only hold 6 people, including the pilot, so space is actually a premium. Furthermore, for a helicopter to be cleared just to fly, weight distribution in the cabin has to be evenly distributed. So weight is a big deal, and my only suggestion to you is that when you go through the online ordering process, be absolutely honest about your weight at that time. Now, some people, kind of flub the weight a little bit. It won't make a difference because when you get to check-in, you're going to be weighed again. Usually it's a scale that's buried into the ground, and a more accurate weight reading at that time will be taken. So all I say is, hey, you can do whatever you want when you go through the online process. It's a waste of time. I always tell my clients and readers, please be as accurate as possible when you purchase your tickets online. And then, if you're off by a pound or 2, at check-in, it's no big deal. Lots of clients ask me, hey, why can't I get my seating? Can I pick a window seat? Can I pick, a seat next to the pilot? Yes and no. As far as just general seating is concerned on a helicopter, you won't know until after the safety check on the airstrip. This is because no one really knows the complete and total amount of weight that's going to be in that cabin until check-in. And it's completely at the pilot's discretion. So the pilot is going to start looking at the passenger manifest, and he's going to make that determination where people sit. Now, there's a new trend I'm watching where people can buy the front seat at a premium. Not only are you going to pay extra if you exceed the weight minimum, or maximum, pardon me, but you're also going to want to, if you want that front seat, you're going to pay, a premium to get it. Well, my thoughts on front seat premiums is that it's a complete and utter waste of money. I mean, think about it. Seating on a helicopter is random to begin with. It's quite literally a lottery. So why not be part of that? You may even get the front seat as a result for free without paying anything extra for it. And besides that, even though you may be charged if you want a front seat premium, there's no promise you're going to get it. Now, here's a real story. I took a Papillon flight to the bottom of the West Rim, and I was seated to the left by the window. Great views. And then on the ascent out of the canyon, the person who was actually sitting in the front went on another tour, and I was able to replace that person by sitting next to the pilot. And I didn't pay 1 red cent more than what I actually paid to begin with. So that's my thoughts on purchasing front seats. So as you research your Grand Canyon helicopter tours, the ones that you want to take, ones with the highest max weight limit, the ones with the front seat premiums, the tour times, the selections. I highly recommend that you go check out Grand Canyon Helicopter Tour Reviews. This is a site that ranks the top 3 Grand Canyon helicopter tour companies based on safety, quality, price, selection, etc. Take a look at that. It'll speed up your research process by days, by weeks, and will get you right to the Grand Canyon Helicopter Tour operator that is best for your situation and budget. I'm Keith Kravitz, Grand Canyon Helicopter Tour Reviews. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you up there.